So he did it. He just revoked the Civil Rights Act of 1965, put in place by President Lyndon B. Johnson.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the channel. It's so good to have you. Thank you so much for clicking when you saw this video. One of the things that TP did in his first week in office was to remove the Civil Rights Act of 1965, which helps uh, kick against discrimination in workplaces. And yeah, because if you know, before now, okay, before our generation, there was a time when people of color were not able to get jobs because of the color, and also they were not able to get job because they are either a woman, that kind of thing. So all of this was why this act was brought into book, and right now he has revoked it, and people are not finding it funny because it's going to really affect a lot. And some people who already have like toxic bosses who don't like people that looks like me are also going to find it very hard, right? Anyway, let's go check out some stitches I've made for you guys from different creators. Let's hear what they have to say. It's an emotional video, and let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Okay, it's another day to cry with strangers, you guys. Let's go check out these videos and come back and talk more about it.
For every black Republican, I really want y'all to take a long look in the mirror and ask, do you love the color of your skin? Because y'all allowed this man in office. It's something that our ancestors fought for, got beat for, got dogs on them, got sprayed with water hoses, got hung for. They fought for these rights for us, and y'all squandered them away for money. Y'all squandered them away just to be closer to white people. What a disgrace y'all are to our community. My mom wasn't even born when this shit came through. My mom wasn't even born. And you mean to tell me y'all let this man take this from us? Something our ancestors fought for? Y'all really let that shit happen? If you are black and you voted for this man, go play in traffic. Because this shit right here, this should have never happened. Everybody is about to suffer for this. Everybody. Everybody. Race, color, religion, national origin. This man is making America white again before Jim Crow. And we told y'all that. We told y'all he is trying to take us back to Jim Crow. And y'all sat there and y'all said, I don't want DEI. I don't want an advantage. DEI is not a fucking advantage. It's just to put us in the room because we're just as qualified as any other white man. And y'all let this shit go down. I'm going to try not to cry because the bitch got a meeting.
So he did it. He just revoked the Civil Rights Act of 1965, put in place by President Lyndon B. Johnson. So they can discriminate against race, gender, sexual orientation, religion. They could do all of that. They have the right to do it. Him getting back in office was not for the greater good. He came back, and he came back with a vengeance. If you are a person of color and if you voted for him because you can resonate with him, you can sit here and you're gonna get low gas and groceries, which when that goes into place, it'll be under Biden's tax plan. I just want to let you know that when he was doing real estate, people that look like me and you, he didn't want to serve us. So everything that our ancestors fought for, everything that Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., Rosa Parks, Shirley Chisholm, Jesse Jackson, everything that they fought for has been dismantled because you didn't want a woman to run this country. So thank you. Thank you. You have set us 100 years back. It is going to be a long 4 years. Y'all do not know what you guys have done. It wasn't just about the illegal immigrants that's in this country. It wasn't about that. He came back and he came back with a vengeance. And you guys just gave it to him. Right there. So thank you.
For all the Latinos for Trump, is this what you really voted for? Is this what you really wanted? And for all the black persons who stood by them and voted by the way they did, is this what you really wanted? Taking your people back to where you guys have left, where your forefathers fought for and they have left. That's where you want to take them back to. Like, what was your plan when you did what you did? What were you thinking? What was in your mind? Was this what you really wanted? Seriously, was this what you wanted? Because some of you will just, during this period, you guys were louder than any other thing. But right now, this is going to affect you as much as it will affect any other person. So don't make it look as if it's just the other people is going to affect. You're also going to be a partaker of whatever that comes out of this. You're also going to be a part of this. If you're like me or you are a Latino, you're going to feel the impact of this. Because when that's your boss in the office that do not like you, but cannot do anything just because you are being protected by the law, comes for you now that is no longer with you, then we'll get talking. Some of you don't even know what you really want. Some of you just want to belong where you don't fit. And that's the reason why you did what you did. It was never about the illegal migrants. It has never been about it. Some of you made it look as if it was because of them. It was never because of them. There must be something else you guys wanted. You wanted to be a part of them. But now it has backfired. This came straight back to you. Now, what are you going to do? How do you feel about all of this? Because there must be somehow that you're feeling within you. If you have conscience enough, you will definitely feel the emotions that people are going through right now just because you casted that vote. And tomorrow you ask why people are staying away from you. It is because of your action and your inactions.
So what I learned today is a lot of y'all you don't care about your history. You don't care about the people that made sacrifices for you to be able to be where you are today, to be able to do the things that you're able to do, to be able to have the opportunities that you're able to have. You don't care about it. I just got off the phone with my mom, who just got off the phone with her mom, my grandmother, who she had to console because she was boo-hoo crying, and my mom didn't realize why. My grandmother was crying because she had saw the news that the orange man in charge had just put an executive order to repeal the equal opportunity Employment Act of the Civil Rights Act of 1965. Now understand, before that act, before that, was in, before that executive order was placed, that stood for over 50 years. An employer could literally tell you to your face, I'm sorry, I don't hire black people. I don't hire women. And no consequences. They could literally be just that discriminatory towards people. And the reason that it upset my grandmother so much is because she remembers my great grandmother and great grandfather, her parents, the sacrifices, the marching, the hard working, the speaking out and trying to help change, trying to help get these opportunities for us, and the sacrifices these people made to their own families, not being around their families sometimes because they were fighting for the good of us as a people, as a whole. And all this time later, to see what you might think is trivial, what you might think is small, to see something that they worked, sacrificed, clawed, and scratched for be taken away by the stroke of a pen. And all because a few of us, not saying a lot of us, a few of us, because it was 92% and 80%. But every one of us counts. And a few of us decided a little bit of money was more important than preserving our history, than preserving the things that we fought for, to be able to have opportunities in this place. It's just sad, man. It's sad that, you know, the further we get away from those times, the further our elders pass away and leave this world, and we aren't taught the things we need to be taught, and the knowledge isn't passed on to us. The further we get from that, the more and more easily it's going to be for us for things to roll back and go back in that direction. And I mean, it's unfortunate, but hey, man, just gotta keep grinding, keep fighting a good fight, and you know, look for better days, work towards better days. But that's man, just hearing my mom and knowing that hurt my grandmother like that it's crazy, man. Yeah, we gotta do better. As a whole, we gotta do better.
This is why people stopped talking to y'all while you were excommunicated from your family and friends, because we knew this was going to happen. Donald Trump has revoked the Equal Employment Opportunity Act of 1965. Make America Great Again always meant a return to open racism, sexism, and other forms of bigotry. You were either too stupid to know that, or this is what you wanted all along. In either case, you're trash. The order prohibited discrimination in hiring and employment based on race, color, religion, sex, and national origin. His voters wanted this all along because they were told many times that this would happen. That's why they're all grouped together and we have a zero tolerance policy for them. They knew they were wrong about it because they were crashing out, but we stand by what we said. We don't want you here. You can't hang out with us. The presidential message says that industries and institutions have adopted and actively used dangerous, demeaning, and immoral race and sex-based preferences under the guise of so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion. So-called diversity, equity, and inclusion, because everything was so fair prior to 1965. I know his voters are dumb and he's trying to rewrite history, but they can't be that dumb. He calls it ending illegal discrimination and restoring merit-based opportunity, back before black people had rights. It's not a meritocracy when black people can't vote and they're not allowed to hold certain positions. Restoring merit-based opportunity means restoring white supremacy. I'm just going to say it now because TikTok's suppressing me anyway. You know who benefited from the Equal Employment Opportunity Act of 1965? Katherine Johnson, a black woman and mathematician at NASA who wasn't allowed in the same meeting rooms as white men and couldn't put her name on her research papers. Is this the kind of merit-based opportunity he's talking about? To my friends wanting to know what to do next, be disruptive and vocal because every battle counts. We're the ones who have the power, not them.
Those in the black community about to find the fuck out. Trump just sat here and revoked the Equal Employment Opportunity Act of 1965. What this means is anywhere that you apply to work at, they could turn you away because of your skin color. Bro is basically sitting here making it to the point that we're going to be living back in the 1960s, where we were highly discriminated against. And the sad part is, this is what the black community voted for. They thought that they were going to get another stimulus check. They thought that they was going to get all their jobs back. They thought that they were going to be a part of the white supremacy. And now it's going to be hard for them to even get a job. We already have nothing as it is, and yet now we about to have more of nothing at all. This tells you the stupidity of the American people, especially the black community. A bunch of money hungry, greedy fucks.
For some of you who were everywhere on the internet saying, oh, you cannot end relationship with your loved ones because of the way they voted. Yes, we can. Yes, people will. Because if you vote against their interests, then you do not like them. You do not care about them. That relationship was never meant to be. You or they were the only one in that relationship. You were never part of that relationship. Because if you do, you would have made researches and asked questions on how your votes would affect someone next to you or somebody you claim to love in your life. You would have asked those questions. But no, some of you never asked those questions. You never wanted to ask. You never cared. You never wanted to know how your vote was going to impact people. What you wanted was to belong to a cult that doesn't care if you there or not, if you live or not, if you get money or not, if you're somebody that will ever, if your work is okay, if you're getting a job or not, if you're homeless or not, like they don't care. What they care is just about you. And some of you are out there just screaming, oh, they ended the relationship with me. This is the reason. Because they all know that this was going to happen. But some of you claim not to know, because I know some of you would know if you had taken time to really study the Project 2025. You would have known what was in there and was looking at you and saying, oh, this is what I'm going to be doing. And he wasn't quiet about it. He was audible about it. He was really loud about it. He was always talking about it. And now it's coming to fulfillment. Everything is in the open right now. He's showcasing it every now and then because this was what he said he was going to do, and this is what you voted for because you enjoy seeing people unhappy, and yet you claim people don't love you or care about you. This is the reason. This is why your family cut off from you. If you don't know, someone is telling you today. Now, how do you feel? Just let me know in the comment how you feel about all of this. If you are a black for TP or you are a Latino for TP, how do you feel about all of this that's been happening? Share in the comments. If you're happy, let us know that you're happy. If you're unhappy, say the truth for once. Let the truth be the only thing that can set you free. Let us know what you think. This is really painful because I feel for people who didn't even go ahead to vote for this. They voted blue because they wanted to secure everyone. Anyway, guys, let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. Let's have that conversation. I look forward to seeing you guys on my next video. Bye, guys.